Hi guys, welcome back to Mobility Wednesdays. Today we're going to start with a deep inhale and letting our hands come way up high, making ourselves as tall as we can be. You're going to shrug your shoulders up and down. With each inhale, you'll shrug your shoulders up and exhale, let the shoulders fall down. You're going to bring your arms back behind yourself and you're going to clasp your hands and just pull those shoulders back. Work on correct posture here, breathing into the core muscles, engaging and relaxing. Working on that mind to muscle connection. We're going to let the shoulders come up and relax them down. Press the palms to the back of your lower back, and you're going to try and squeeze your elbows together. You can do a slight back bend here. Don't push it too far, just enough to feel a little bit of a stretch. Then you're going to dive forward into a forward fold. Feel free to let your arms hang here, or you can put your hands behind your calves and kind of pull your body towards your quads. If you need a little bit more tension there, you're going to roll up, standing straight. Clasp the arms up overhead. And again, we're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears and relax them down. Moving the scap. Just trying to engage and stretch. You're going to pretend like you have a band that's pulling apart your arms here as you continue to just rotate those shoulders back behind you. Open up the chest. And slowly bring your arms down and back up. Inhale, let the arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, pretending there's a rubber band. You can even use a band here if you have it. Do some pull aparts and around the worlds. Back down into that forward fold. Ragdoll here, side to side. Now we're going to halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold again. Grabbing either side of your elbow, swing back and forth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold.
Mom, can I want a shrimpy? Mommy.
Slowly rolling up and putting your hands back on your lower back and repeating that again. We're going to pull the shoulders down and back, work on that posture. Little bit of a back bend here, just a little bit of movement. Don't overextend here. Really listen to your body. See how much of a stretch you can get. And forward fold again. We're going to rise up, roll the shoulders back, shake it out. Grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell or anything that is heavy enough that if you put your toe up on it, you're going to get a nice big stretch. We're going to do some ice cream scoopers. So we're going to hinge forward on that front leg and scoop the arms up and overhead. These should feel really nice after all that upper body stretching we did. The shoulders should feel nice and loose. You're going to do this for 10 scoops on each side. play around with what feels good, how much weight you can put on that front leg, how far into the stretch you can go. Exhale, arms release. We're going to shake it out. You'll definitely want to kind of walk it out for a couple seconds and then switch sides. Hinging forward, scooping up. Trying to get the most out of that hamstring stretch. You can tell my left side is a little bit tighter than the right. So that's a benefit to doing these unilateral single leg stretches and mobility exercises, is you really get to see where you're weak and how you can improve. So if you have one side that is a little tighter, or you're not able to go as low, or it feels a little off, that's okay. Just try and be mindful and again focus on that mind to muscle connection. Here we're going to move into a lunge mobility sequence. So you're going to plant your hands on the ground on either side of that front foot, straighten out that front leg, nice single leg hamstring stretch, rise up into that lunge and push back. So inhale, drop into a lunge, rotate left and right, come back to center, plant the hands, extend the front leg, 2 big inhales, drop back into that lunge, stabilize, and push back. We're gonna do that 5 times on each side. Lunge, rotate, rotate, center, hands planted, front leg is extended, 2 big inhales in through the nose, out through the mouth, back down into that lunge, stabilize here, and come back to the starting position. Lunge, rotate right, left, center, hands planted, foot straight, leg extended, drop the knee, chest comes up tall, and back up. Shake it out if you need to. Take a rest. You'll continue though until you reach 5 reps on each side. Switching sides now. Feel free to, if this combo is a little too advanced, drop the rotations and just focus on breaking the movements up. So coming down into a lunge, dropping the back knee if you need to, planting the hands on either side of the foot, extending that front leg and getting that nice big stretch and lengthening. Mobility exercise I just created.
What?
Watch. You ready? Come down into a lunge. Plant your hands. Straighten out your front leg. Stretch. Nice. Back down. Up. And back. lunge, rotate, point, extend, neck down into the lunge, chest up, back up. All right, guys, next we're gonna drop into that couch stretch. Tell me how much time I'm just holding here and
10,
breathing.
30.
We're gonna add in some dynamic arm movements while we're holding this position. Again, working on total body mobility this week. We're gonna pretend like there's a band and we're pulling it down like a single arm lat pull down. Really focusing on squeezing through, letting the shoulder come up, big stretch, pull down. You'll do 10 on each side. Try and get that elbow back behind the ear or right next to the ear. And the head should stay forward and chin level. See, I'm starting to tuck just a little bit. You want to lessen the stretch and just focus on really keeping that perfect posture. Pull those shoulders down and back. Breathe. What time am I at right now?
11:45.
Always helpful to have a timer next to you. You want to aim to spend about 2 minutes in that couch position on each side. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to keep that toe elevated and come down into a low runner's lunge. Doing some rotations, dropping the elbow, rotating up towards the sky, holding here. A little different too, we're gonna advance the move. Go ahead and reach back and grab that toe that's elevated. Just hold here, breathe. If you just want to stay in that low runner's lunge, that's totally fine too. Drop back down, come back into that couch position and stand up. Shake it out. We're gonna move to the other side now.
What happened? They're all just taking over the cities.
Oh, really?
Capitals.
Elevate that toe, sit down into that hip.
5 miles long.
And we're gonna start with those single arm lat pull downs. Again, there's always one side that's a little bit tighter. Ideally, you'd like to try and get your left elbow back behind the ear a little bit more. And probably could have stood to slow those down just a little bit. So you want to really control that single arm pull down. Slow and controlled, focused on that mind to muscle connection. Chest nice and tall, shoulders down and back. What time am I at now?
14:40.
Coming down into that low runner's lunge, and again doing those rotations. If it's enough of a stretch, don't feel like you need to add those in. But if you're looking for a little bit more, go ahead and drop that elbow, reach up towards the sky. You want to look at your hand as you're reaching up. I'm not doing that there, but that's a mistake on my part. And go ahead and you can try and grab that back leg. It's not available to me today, so I'm just gonna keep my chest up and try and balance here. Work on stabilization. Once I stabilize, I might try again. But again, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, and that's okay, guys. Some days you're more bendy, some days you're stronger. It's never exactly the same, and that's the fun part. So if you can kind of view your stretching practice as just a practice and not take it too seriously, then it will be it will be time well spent. So now we're going to come wide feet here into a Cossack lunge or squat, and we're going to do some arm raises. So we're going to practice holding these lower body mobility stretches while also trying to keep our posture up and challenge our upper body with keeping our chest up and our arms straight. So you're going to go side to side. You're going to start low, you're going to reach up higher, and then you're going to go wide. And then we're going to work on some knees over toes. So nice and wide here in this position, you're going to bend forward at the knees and think about your knees going over your toes. Sit back into that position, keep your chest up and your core engaged. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see. We're going into a more neutral feet positioning here, so move those feet in and just keep your feet flat on the ground and try and bend forward on your knees. A little bit narrower here, holding in that position. Once I find that stretch, trying to keep my core engaged. Shake that out, and then we're going to do some front foot smashes. So you're going to tuck your toe behind you and let your knee go down. Again, working on just that front of the shin mobility, trying to loosen up our shins and all the muscles and that surround it. All right, now we're going to end with some yoga chaturangas. So you're going to walk your hands out into a plank, push up down to the ground, and then lift the chest. Inhale, come back down, push up, and push back into downward dog. You're going to see me go side to side here. I want you to pedal out your feet, coming back down into that push up, down to the ground, chest lifts, back down into that push up, and back into downward dog, pedaling out the feet again. I'm doing about 2 pedals on each side. Again, just listen to your body. You can take more or less.
1930.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again for showing up today and stretching with me. I hope you had a good mobility session, and we'll see you on the next one.